What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is Odin King. Odin King the 12th, to be exact. There's been several kings of Odin before him, but he is the current reigning Odin King, apparently. Anyways, his opponent today, in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is I am Julius, reigning from the PXX clan. We've got a really interesting matchup for you guys today. Zeus versus Odin on Alphaheim. Definitely a matchup that we've seen quite a bit at the top level. So we'll have to see how these things are going to go. This is round of 64 for the Champions League qualifiers. And what that means is best of 3. And loser of this series is going to, unfortunately, not be able to be, will not be able to find their way into Challengers League. That's the general rule where that's coming from. So we'll see how this is all going to go. Odin King did start off with chopping some wood down over here on this straggler tree before moving over onto the hunt here. He also gets himself out another ox cart, so that means he needs to gather just a little bit more wood to advance to the next stage. We'll see how things are going to go. He does scout out a secondary hunt line over here as well, dropping back onto the house in his main base. Like that opening there from Odin King quite a bit. Julius, on the other hand here, what is he doing is the big question. 1 villager on gold. I like this. This is well, actually, we'll talk a little bit about it, but it seems to me that Julius has put this villager on gold just a little bit late, but the adaptation that that Zeus has been making, and not just Zeus, but also Hades and Poseidon players as well from time to time, in order to get a really fast advance time, Zeus players have been putting 1 villager onto gold at the start of the game, and that allows them to get their temple up in time to do whatever they need to do to advance if they want to go quite fast. And they also means they don't have to overgather gold here. The longer you wait on getting that temple up, the kind of harder it is to get to the next stage, because you want to have all your villagers gathering food to get you all the food you need. But the next thing to worry about here is that this map, Alphaheim, is very low food. There may be somewhere on this map a herd of aurochs. We have not seen. There they are. So there's a herd of aurochs in the corner of the map. So there is technically a fair amount of food on this map. At least to initially find yourself hitting a decent Athena rush or a decent early Odin pressure. And because for Odin King, all the food is over on this side, this is a big win for Odin King. If he can hold on to his hunt, move over here, eat these orcs, he's going to be having a really good game. Meanwhile, Cow's scouting around here for Julius. Julius still doesn't know where exactly he's going to be finding his Auroch in this game. So he might be a little bit tentative to be going through Athena here. You can see he's trying to advance. He's probably got his temple up already. Oh, still waiting on that temple to come up. So going for a slower advance time, 345. There isn't really anything super wrong with going for a 330 versus a 345, but the 330 allows you to put pressure on a little bit earlier. 345 allows you to maybe afford an economic upgrade or a technology here or there that you otherwise maybe wouldn't have been able to do. As we see Athena coming through, Freya coming through for Odin King as well. Villagers finishing up on this hunt on this point here as well. We don't see an early Jason out from Julius, just retreating back. He is going for the Athena here. So no crazy centaur shenanigans, as the Kadoskapots here for Julius is frantically scouting around trying to find where the Auroch are, because it is going to be really important. If he wants to Athena rush here, he's only got himself, 5 cows, because he had to eat cows in the cage. So 5 cows remaining. He's got chickens, he's got berries, and he has found the aurochs way over the other side of the map. So Julius is going to make some decisions now about how he's going to get over there and actually eat those aurochs, whereas Odin King already dropping the walls down on this position. He's ready to start putting some intent on actually hunting this Orc. And I also missed this. There's Orc up here as well. So Julius is going to be actually really happy. He's already over on this position. He can possibly go up and grab that Orc, but that's Odin King scouting this. Julius doesn't know that there's Orcs over here. So we'll see how that's going to shape up. I imagine that Julius probably scouted both of these Orcs, so he's going to know that there's 6 of them there. But the question is going to be, what is he going to do with it? Military Academy, archery range down. We don't see any upgrades here. So you can see Julius right now, he's floating a lot of resources here. He could have afforded a hand axe, probably could have afforded a pickaxe to boot, or husbandry, or even be getting Olympic parentage here. All these things are options. Olympic parentage is the upgrade, the unique upgrade to Zeus, which boosts your hero's HP. So you could have done all of those, as we do see the Hersa gets one little whack on the Minotaur and then has to retreat away. Jason does have a slight speed advantage on the Hersa, but with more Hersa coming in here, he's going to have to push that one back, and all things will be fine and dandy. But looks like Julius taking his time here, not retreating away, taking a lot of damage. Finally does retreat here, realizing what's going on as the Valkyrie going after the Hoplite. Still no bolt onto that Valkyrie, but Odysseus is here to sling some arrows into this. Odin King does pull that one nicely away, only takes a little bit of chip damage onto the Odysseus here as the Raven's going to get taken out. And we'll see how things are going to go. Relics on the map here. We have the Ankh of Ra, 2.4 free favor a minute over there. Good relics. Gaia Book of Knowledge, not that useful. Black Lotus over here, very, very big one. See a Forest Fire getting dropped down on this position. Going to be taken out. The Hoplites. Nice play from Odin King there, as he forces those units back, and his Hersa are going to be able to retreat away now. In the main base of Odin King, you can see he's got his wall segments up already, raiding cavalry coming through, houses coming through as well, playing it nice and defensively, not giving any sort of options here for Julius in terms of winning this game early. So we'll see how things are going to actually end up going as the Valkyrie sneaks in onto this place over here, starting to shank away at some villagers. Julius not paying attention just yet, finally retreating back, raiding cavalry coming in here to get some damage down, but eventually these Valkyrie will have to start pulling away here as the raiding cavalry going after the villagers on this position. They're going to be retreating back. We see the Hoplite and the Jason coming through onto this position as medium raiders comes through as well. Minotaur coming in to say good day, but he's not going to be able to get a special ability off here, it seems. And Odin King is simply just going to be having to pull back for the time being, putting pressure on other locations here. There are chicken gatherers here that can start getting harassed. We've got units sitting down on this position, just going to be defending his Auroch hunters here as well. And with Odin King being on hunt at this point and Julius having to be sitting inside of his base, this is a huge advantage for Odin King moving forward, as he's going to easily be able to get up to full population here, though he is throwing away some raiding cavalry here. Nice play from Julius, gets a big win there, picking off nearly all 3 of those raiding cavalry. Bit of a pause here from Odin King. We'll have to wait and see exactly what's happening. He says ready. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but cheeky pause. It's totally fine to pause in these tournament games. He's asking ready, but Julius is not responding. I'm not sure. Okay, he says okay. And the raiding cavalry does end up getting out of here. Odin King, in his main base, has stopped production of all units at this point. He might be attempting to sneak his way up to the heroic age here after finishing this wall off over here and finishing up this hunt and then moving over into this corner hunt here. He's going to get every little bit of knowledge he needs to know that there's not going to be any military units sliding in here to hit those villages. And Odin King is going to be able to get up to the next age really, really fast. However, that being said, Odin King here, he's got a lot of buildings up, a lot of walls coming up. He's got his watchtowers up, but he doesn't have the gold income here to really get himself to the next age. So he's moving his gatherers off of the cows over here, moving over onto the gold line. Like that play, he's going to be able to get himself 500 gold very, very fast. He's going to need that. There's a raiding cavalry Valkyrie coming through here. They do spot the Jason. Going to be able to take that Jason down before a Black Lotus gets dropped in there. The relic gets dropped off as the raiding cavalry swinging around. Going to be looking to try and take out those villagers that are retreating back here. Hoplite on this position is going to be getting taken out as Julius wanders across the map here, looking to break through is there going to be any sort of an attack that's possible here? This wall over on this top location is probably going to be out of range of the watchtower, so he could break through here, but also he could break through on this location as well, as villagers continuously getting pushed off of the resources here. But the town center getting some good damage done onto the raiding cavalry there, as these villagers over here are going to start getting taken out as well. We'll see how that's all going to end up going. This villager over here is getting cleaned up. And it looks like the raiding cavalry will be, simply put, just retreating out of here as the army comes in. Scardy clicked up for Odin King. Very solid play. He's still finishing up on this Auroch over here as well. Both players a little bit housed at 65 population, but the fact that Odin King has gotten to the heroic age completely unscathed here means that Julius's classical age here is going to be in for a very, very difficult time here, because Odin King can go into basically full wood economy here, full wood gold economy, make Thrown Axeman, make Huskal, and basically defend any sort of second gold mine that he wants here, as he's got 400 gold left in this gold mine. He just needs to get up a hill fort on this second gold mine over here or over here, and any sort of push that Julius wants to do is going to get thwarted very, very easily. As there's the upgrade from Odin King. He's getting his frost giants out now. More houses coming down as the army going to be breaking through on this location. The village is just about to finish up on this hunt. Lots and lots of food in the bank right now for Odin King. He can use that to get himself whatever he really wants in terms of upgrades. Now, here's the thing: the hoplites are going to be checking out on this position because Julius knows that there's hunt over here. So he might be able to find these villagers in the corner. And in fact, that is well and truly in line of sight over here. Going to be going straight after these villagers. The army coming forward here for Odin King. He's not paying attention over here. It's the raiding cavalry coming in to Julius's base right now to get some damage done. Villagers slowly starting to get taken down. Bolt onto the frost giant. Big bolt there from Julius. As the raiding cavalry now able to take out a couple of villagers on this position. 2 villagers going down. The villagers over here mostly survive. I think he only really lost 1 villager there. And an ox guard, so he just has to bring those back home for the time being. No problems. Still no hill fort thrown up for Odin King just yet, as his gold has expired. He's got to be a little bit careful right now, because there is a big restoration remaining for Julius, and Julius is clicked up through Apollo relatively quick here, in all honesty. So he's going to be able to hit some sort of an underworld onto a gold mine if he has line of sight. Now the question is, does he have a Pegasus out? He's run out of food over here. Might want to just send the villagers over YOLO onto this Auroch over here. And start putting more pressure on a couple of units, straggle units getting taken down by Odin King as the ox cart come over onto this position. Villagers going to be mining that gold as best as they possibly can there. And Odin King's just going to be moving over into this position as best as he possibly can. Meanwhile, Julius slowly wandering through here with his army. He's got some sort of ice sets on this gold mine. We've got 3 ox carts on that though. Hyper efficient, but bit of population. It costs a little bit of population to make that happen there. As the Manticore pops out, you've got to be a little bit careful about staying too long taking down these straggle units. With that Manticore kind of changing the battle there just a little bit. It's 2 raiding cavalry fall. He picks off those Toxotes, but then 2 raiding cavalry fall. As meanwhile, in the middle of the map, units going at it here. The raiding cavalry returning onto this position. Both players at about 80 population. Very, very close here. Restoration coming in, and Frost gets dropped down. Julius plays that slightly incorrectly. The way that you want the sequence to go, generally speaking, is Frost first and then Restoration. That way, all the damage that comes through, as you can see these units kind of getting damaged, they get re-healed back up at the end of that Frost. Do have a question from Brig on Coffee. Are relics ever used in high-level games? Answer, absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously, you just said this relic was tried to get put into the temple, but just kind of misclicked. But yeah, this game is not the average game. Generally, you see a little bit more relic grabbing than otherwise. But Frost Giant comes in, hits the Manticore, 86 pop to 86 pop. It's very, very close here as the Minotaur getting chased down. Odysseus over here needs to get targeted as well as the units of Julius are swarming here all over Odin King's units. Odin King's going to have to retreat back. Another longhouse coming up. Still no hill fort is up for Odin King, and he hasn't managed to find the advantage that he might want to have found by hitting that frost there. It's 37 villages to 36, still very, very close. Julius now on his way over onto this location, and there's 4 ox carts now on that gold mine here. And Odin King's got 0 gold left in the bank. He does have this gold mine up here. Julius has got the right idea here, pushing in as we see the village is going to be starting to turn around, starting to shank on this position. Idle units on this location over here need to get going as the deaths here from Odin King are incredibly large. The Frost Giant, however, tanking a lot of hits on this position over here as the Thrown Axeman going to get involved to try and take out the hoplites as best as you possibly can. More units coming back in. Now the damage is being done, and Odin King is now, while he's won this fight and he's in front by quite a significant amount of population, Odin King's villagers have been hurt significantly. So Odin King needs to kind of convert what he has to kind of convert the situation he's got into his favor now and get some damage dealt back over onto Julius. Julius here, lots of gold in the bank. He's just about finished up on the gold mine though. We'll have to see how it's going to go, because the thing is here, because Julius, he's got gold mines here, here, and over here. There is a raiding cavalry on this position, but where is Julius going to be able to go to get gold moving forward in this game? And you can see he's moving his villagers forward. Raiding cavalry waiting for him. Not going to be it. He has to retreat back to his main base here. As the raiding cavalry from Odin King going to be pulling back. We still haven't seen Odin King committing into a hill fort just yet. He's rather going for just pure raiding cavalry. He's getting himself thundering hooves here as the villagers get thwarted. Sending back. We've got the ravens flying overhead on this gold mine. Wouldn't mind seeing the ravens kind of sitting in the middle here just to check both gold mines out. As now we're starting to see those Hippaspis coming through. But with raiding cavalry throwing axemen, Hippaspis not that useful here in these fights as the villagers have to get pushed back. Julius's gold slowly getting closer and closer to 0 here as Odin King getting himself winter harvest farms starting to come down. And in that moment, Julius decides, well, no gold income. Going to be just a little bit too tough for him. Going to be tapping out. Solid play here from Odin King, but Julius, he almost took this one. I think he just needed to not go on the farms. If he went over and he just ate this Auroch here, maybe over here instead of those farms when he was pushing, he probably would have been able to keep pushing and keep the pressure up. But he just had this stagnant economy in that moment, and Odin King was able to continue going there in this game. Anyways, solid play here from Odin King. We'll move on to game number 2 really, really shortly. If you guys are enjoying this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.